Ever check your SSS or PhilHealth only to find out walang nakapost kahit buwan-buwan kang kinakaltasan? Or worse, na-layoff ka kahit ikaw yung performer, pero naiwan pa rin yung pet ni TL. These are the HR or horror stories, and today, we're talking about three of them every BPO employee should watch out for.
This episode is for anyone who's ever felt blindsided, betrayed, or just plain confused about their rights in the workplace. Let's break it down, y'all. The BPO Break Room Podcast, welcome back to another episode. This is Jay, and you are tuned in on the rising show in the BPO world. Hello, Kay.
Hello, everyone. This is Kay, and break it down, y'all. To those that are watching and listening to us right now, if you haven't yet subscribed on our channel, send us some love and give us a like. Aside from Spotify and YouTube, we are now on Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts at the PPO Break Room Podcast.
The BPO Break Room Podcast.
Ayan. So,
Yan.
eto na nga, Jay, ang chika ng lahat. Minumulto ka ba
Yan.
minsan?
Oh, ng
Kasi
Pasko. Charot.
sabi nga, ayan na nga sinasabi ko. Kasi nga, well, let's start with this. Isang listener kasi natin yung nag-send sa comment ng ating TikTok, no? Naka
Mm.
2 years na siya sa kumpanya, pero nung nag-check siya sa my.sss at PhilHealth portal, walang contributions daw, like as in zero. Pero monthly
Mm.
siyang kinakaltasan ha. So he asked the HR, and yung sagot sa kanya, na-delay lang po. Pero no receipts, no updates, and nothing. Ito'y galing kay Rob Francisco. Sabi niya, saan po ba banda yan mag-file sana? Kasi ako, di nahulugan ang benefits ko ng less than 1 year.
This happens more often than we'd like to admit, ha? In fact, yung yung si Mama, I think she also shared this story with me. Sabi niya parang I don't know how many years she worked for that company, no, but she
Oh
only
my God.
knew that company was not remitting yung mga deductions sa kanyang SSS, PhilHealth, right? A few years na after she left, right?
Oh my.
So employees are told okay naman yan or na-process na, but in reality, employers are legally required to not just deduct, okay? Hindi natatapos ang obligasyon ng employers after the deduction, ha? You also need to remit these contributions on time, all right? If they don't, sorry na lang, charot. If they don't remit these contributions, that's a labor violation, okay?
Correct. At kung may mangyaring like accident, hospital emergency, or even maternity, right? Hindi ka makaka-claim kasi nga wala kang record, and that's scary. Mas malala pa sa minulto ka, 'di
True.
ba?
At yung ibang employees, malalaman na lang nila na hindi pala naghuhulog yung employers nila ng SSS is tapos na parang naka-resign na sila or a few years later
Oh
na,
my.
right? Because we have to admit na parang we give this level of trust to our employees that they're actually doing their due diligence because we were doing our part, right? We're reporting to work, we're doing our jobs, we're doing great at it. The least that the employers can do is to do their part by remitting the contributions. Nakakasad because these incidents are not just present in small companies. May mga BPO sobrang laki lang ng mga companies. They are big players in the industry right now, and we're still hearing employees from these companies na ganito rin na hindi rin na nire-remit yung kanilang contributions for years and years na, no? So what to do here? Okay, if employer fails to remit government mandated contributions like SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, right? They are violating labor and social security laws. All right? That is a criminal offense under the following laws. Republic Act 8282, that's SSS law. Republic Act 7875, that's PhilHealth Act, and Republic Act 9679, that is Pag-ibig Fund Law. All right. So what you need to do here is tama ang ginawa ni Rob Francisco. Hello, shout out to you. Log into your SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig portals regularly. Okay? If you are always checking your payslip every quinceañas katapusan, also check your SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig portal tuwing quinceañas katapusan. Alright? If walang updates doon ng remittance, ask for official receipt or remittance report from HR or payroll. That is your right to ask for this document. Yeah, processing na siya. Alright. Then, of course, you may want to wait for the next cut-off. If wala pa rin talaga, you can already file a complaint. For example, yung remittance was not made to SSS, you can file a complaint at the nearest SSS branch or through the SSS hotline or email. If it's PhilHealth, call or email their regional office or file a report via their website. Kung Pag-ibig naman, file a report to your ex. Charot. File a report via email or go to the nearest Pag-ibig branch. Then again, it is your option if you wanted to escalate this to DOLE or to NLRC, but then again, it is your right.
Corrected by. When I started working way back in 2016, I was receiving text messages from SSS.
SSS.
So I was able to confirm na nagko-contribute talaga si company. Kasi meron doon na parang we just received your contribution, ganito, ganyan, parang ganun. So siguro, kaya din hindi nakaka-receive yung iba ng notification. Probably their phone number was no longer active, the one that on file, di ba?
Oo. Kapag ganun, kailangan yung pumunta ng office mismo para
Yes.
palitan yung
Mm.
contact information ninyo.
Correct. Kasi aminin naman natin sa lahat na hindi naman karamihan sa atin ay may access sa internet, right? Majority of us naka-data lang. So, it's best talaga na you guys would plan na to update your file din.
True. Yung na-experience ko to many years ago sa mga teammates ko before. Agent pa ako noon eh. Sa mga teammates ko. And I was working for a very huge BPO company back then, right? Siguro 2-3 sila na parang hindi na walang nire-remit yung company na yun sa kanilang SSS accounts, right? Pero si company was able to provide receipts na nakapag-remit ang company successfully sa SSS. So that's what I was talking about earlier, right? So if walang nire-remit sa account ninyo, sa SSS, PhilHealth or Pag-ibig accounts ninyo, ask for receipt of remittance. So ngayon, ang ginawa ng 3 ka-teammates ko noon is sinamahan ko sila, pumunta ako sa SSS office sa Makati. Na-resolve naman siya. And the reason kaya ako nag-join sa kanila is because magiinuman kami after ng
Akala ko naman sasabi mo, para aware ako.
Hindi, inom kasi kami nun, Day. Ganon.
Yung pala, balak.
True.
Nakakaloka. Pero, so ito na nga ang isa pang chika natin. Next story, a company had to reduce headcount due to client cuts. And nangyayari to ha. The heartbreaking part is, yung consistent top performers, sila pa yung natanggal. Naiwan yung mga late, pasaway, at mediocre. Dahil ka-close ng manager. No? Kaya nga sabi ni Ian Santos 2019, paano yung sinasabi ng mga BPO, nagkakaroon ng reduction reason nila ni client decision, even maayos ang scores mo sa KPI at maayos ang attendance. Tapos hindi na aalis yung mga tamad at walang ginagawang maayos sa trabaho. At sila pa yung maraming kuda sa team, tapos yung manager, power tripper pa.
Ayaw mong salita ng mga sama today, pero bakit ganon? Isn't that the opposite of fair?
Kasi that's where the favorism, poisons the workplace. And yes, the client might dictate the number of people to cut, but local leaders often decide who naman eh. Diba? So if managers keep their, circle and let go of high potential employees, that's not just unfair. It's bad for business morale.
Nangyari sa akin to before, right? I think 2 companies ago, nag-headcount reduction kami. And then middle of the year, parang we had to reduce our headcounts. As in like more than 50% of our population had to be removed from the program. Not from the company, but from the program, no? So it was a very, 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 very difficult and tough decision for me who to let go. For managers, yung mga bulok na managers dyan and leaders, the first thing that they would do, right, is they would definitely, keep their circle. Yung mga tropa nila dyan, yung mga close nila, they will keep them. I'm not saying na wala akong kabulokang attributes na tinataglay. I also am a human being. But in terms of this decision, right, what I did there is I stack rank all the agents. Stack rank based on their performance, right? And then work your way from the bottom up. Who needs to be removed from the program, right? If yung tropa mo kasama sa bottom 50%, I'm sorry, right? And si HR ang compose ng letters and whatnot. And then, of course, I had to meet each and every one na nasa bottom 50%. Ako mismo, hindi the TL, hindi the OM, ako mismo, right? For transparency and to feel the authenticity of that, you're genuine and to the situation that happened to the employee, because again they lost their job, right? And I think mga ganito klase mga incident or situation, HR need to step in. So what you can do here is ask HR for transparency on the selection criteria. Document your performance, QA scores, attendance, commendations, if it's obvious, right, that favoritism played a role, consider filing a grievance or a whistleblower report to HR. It's a company, there's politics, there are bulok system there. Most often than not, sadly to say, HR could also be involved in this bad or poor decision making, right? Start building an exit strategy na, if that's the case.
Kaya naman, pause muna tayo ng very, very light to remind everyone to subscribe on his channel and hit that notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga fresh episodes namin. And let's not forget, Jay, we also have this so-called forced resignations. One listener was told, mag-resign ka na lang para hindi masira record mo. No NTE, no PIP, no due process, just pure pressure. Ito ay galing kay Gilmar Abalos. Sabi niya, what if the force resigns due to not hitting a good score even if you're just a newbie?
That's illegal, ha? That's parang that's in labor law. If you are coerced, if you are threatened or manipulated into signing a resignation letter, that is constructive dismissal. Okay, and you can file a complaint with DOLE or NLRC. However, there's also truth in this kind of agreement, right? Instead of you parang going to be enrolled on PIP and then eventually you will be terminated because again, part ng PIP procedure is that you get terminated if there's no performance improvement that will be seen from your end, right? So in short, your record will show that you are terminated. Then again, if you have reasons to believe naman na you're doing really great, na kaya mo siya ipasa, right? Na madali lang naman to, I just need support lang TL or OM or whoever, right? I just need lang to listen to my cause every day. I need to know the 3 things I need to do, whatever, right? Don't resign, okay?
Yes. Kung ikaw yung empleyado, don't be afraid to ask. Huwag ka matakot magtanong. Lalo na kung nararamdaman mong mali talaga yung proseso.
You're correct. So what you can do here is never sign anything under pressure. Okay, ask for notice to explain first. Ask for clear documentation, and if they're claiming low performance, okay lang po, at tanggapin ko yung low performance ako eh. If you've been forced to resign, collect evidence. Okay? Screenshot mo yung messages nila, emails, or kaya if it was said to you verbally, look for a witness account, right? And consult DOLE or NLRC. You have to remember, if you haven't seen this yet in our previous episodes, right? We talked about their procedural due process and substantive due process. Okay? So yun, if walang substantive and procedural due process, may laban ko. And if you're a leader or in HR, right? These stories should be a reminder, integrity in process matters. Okay? Your people notice and they will remember.
Kaya kung na-experience mo to, being laid off unfairly, na forced to resign, or nawala ang trust mo sa company dahil sa benefits issue, you're not alone at hindi mo kasalanan. Okay, stop gaslighting yourself.
You deserve a workplace that values your work, protects your rights, and follow due process. And if you didn't get that, know that you still have power. All right? Learn your rights, document everything, and speak up. Protecting your job starts with protecting your dignity.
Corrected by. Kaya naman may kilala ka bang na-delay ang SSS or na-pressure mag-resign nang walang due process? If this helps, tag them here. We want to hear from you. Paano mo pinaglaban ang karapatan mo sa workplace? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Tag us din sa mga trending memes ninyo. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Agriana Grande, let's interact on our social media accounts. And for those who are exploring opportunities and community in the BPO industry, work from home or on-site, join our WhatsApp group. And lastly, check our bio and join our growing community.
And if you want more tips like this, follow the BPO Break Room. This is the BPO Break Room. Join us next time as we try to make the BPO workplace better, one story at a time.
BPO Break Room Podcast.